race in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Welcome back to Get to Know the Gatemen on the Gatemen Baseball Network, your studio show for all things Gatemen baseball. I'm your host, Amanda Foster. Today, as usual, we'll recap the most recent stretch of games for the Gatemen and catch you up on everything you need to know about the roster. As of the morning of July 6th, the Gatemen are on a 5-game losing streak, with their last win coming June 28th against Yarmouth Dennis. Since then, Wareham has been desperately trying to right the ship. Big wins over Chatham, Cotuit, and Brewster at the end of June have since been overshadowed, and manager Ryan Smythe is trying his best to get his guys back on track. The Gatemen lead the league in errors with 29, and are second in the league in earned runs with 98, and a team ERA with 4.96. They haven't won a road game since opening night and are fourth in the West Division with a record of 8, 11, and 2. Cotuit is far and away the leader in the division at 15 and 6, and Falmouth is the only team below the Gatemen at 7, 12, and 2. So far this season, the Gatemen are 3, 7, and 1 against division opponents. Wareham's most recent loss came at the hands of the Bourne Braves, who walked it off on a hit by pitch on July 5th. Here's what Ryan Smythe had to say after that game. I'm joined by Ryan Smythe, and Coach, it was a close game until the very end. What are your biggest takeaways from the game tonight?
We didn't execute tonight. We had some opportunities to put some runs up, put some guys in positions to make it a little bit easier for our hitters, and we just didn't do that tonight.
And you kept it close, final score of 5-4, which compared to some of the games that you've played in the past, maybe a little closer. What does it say about the team to keep it 4-4 until the ninth inning?
I mean, listen, we just got walked off twice in a row, so it's kind of one part of it is you're getting closer to getting off of this skid. The other part of it's tough, but our guys are fighting. We're right in games, and that's all you can ask for right now.
You play Bourne at home tomorrow. What's the message going into that game?
I don't think I need to send a message. These guys know, what it's like day to day. They know we need to get off of this skid soon, so I think they'll be ready to play.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. However, just because the Gatemen are in a slump doesn't mean there aren't players to highlight. Catcher Yadi Hernandez, who is currently in the transfer portal out of Seton Hall, has been a bona fide wall behind the plate. His quick reflexes have saved his team on many occasions, whether he's blocking off-target pitches or gunning down runners on the bases. Here's a look into the catcher's approach to the game. And as a catcher for you, I'm curious, when you go up to the plate batting, how does that experience help you?
Oh my God, if it does. Honestly, that's something I've been trying to think about. Like, does it really help me or not? I mean, it helps me not think as much. And because I literally, once I go to defense, it's like a whole different ball game than offense. So I try to think less. But I really haven't thought about that. That's a good question.
Okay. You'll keep that in mind for next time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then you're a big mentality guy. We've talked about that. Is there a specific phrase or something that you like to repeat yourself either before the game or when you're playing the game?
Yeah, of course. I have 3 of them. It's simple, present, and compete. If I do those 3 things and control what I can, everything else is I can't control, and that's my base. That's what I got to do. So, yeah.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Since arriving on the Cape, Grant Hussey has quickly made a name for himself. The Gentle Giant is second in the league in RBIs with 16 and in doubles with 5. He has 2 massive home runs to his name, is batting .263, and can hold down the fort at first base with the best of them. Up there with the best of him also sits David Glancy, who hit a few milestones in the league before making his departure. In his final game against Bourne on July 5th, Glancy became the first player in the league to score 20 runs and earn 20 walks. He'll leave the Gatemen as the current leader in stolen bases as well, with 13 to his name. Here's what Glancy's had to say after his final game in a Gatemen jersey. I'm here with David Glancy, and David, tonight was your last night playing for the Gatemen. What are the biggest things you've been able to take away from this experience?
I just had a lot of fun, honestly. I kind of found the way that I'm most comfortable playing baseball, and coaches have helped me with that and helped me feel comfortable and let me play my game. So, I'd say the biggest takeaway is just to be myself wherever I go, and wherever the future holds for me, just continue to try to be myself and play the game how I like to play it.
What does it mean for you to come out and play here for Wareham in the Cape Cod League this summer?
It was unbelievable. I mean, I'm obviously so thankful and blessed for the opportunity. So, just gonna soak it all in and one last time and enjoy it with the guys. So that's really it.
And what's your message to the rest of the team as you're leaving, if there is any sort of parting words that you want to give them?
They'll turn it around. I know we had a couple, rough skid and a couple losses in a row, but it's a really talented group. So just to keep their heads up, and we'll turn it around soon. It won't be the end of the world, and we'll flip it around and win 5 in a row. So
great, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
With that, let's get into the most recent arrivals and departures for the Gatemen. As mentioned before, David Glancy played his final game with the Gatemen on July 5th. Other players who left include outfielder Zach Stewart, catcher Ryan Campos, and pitchers Coleman Picard, Mark Manfredi, Danny Frontera, and Lucas Malstead. Arrivals include outfielder Lawson Harrell, catcher Renee Lastras, and pitchers Gavin Black and Brett Wozniak. Looking at the next few opponents for the Gatemen, things don't get any easier, as expected. They kick off with back-to-back home games against Bourne and Brewster before heading to face Yarmouth Dennis on July 8th. Then it'll be at home against Hyannis, away against Chatham, and home against Falmouth to take us into what is currently the next off day on July 12th. But right now, all we can do is wait and see what each game brings. With that, we'll wrap up today's show. For our producers and crew behind me, I'm Amanda Foster, and thanks for tuning in.